Hi there, Dr. J here with you. I've got 4 days worth of milestones to run down with you as we go through the list for the week of May the 5th, or 10th, 2020. We had 3 milestones for today. That last one you heard was Brandon Flowers, the lead singer for The Killers. His second solo album, The Desired Effect, came out 5 years ago today, and we heard the song Still Want You from that one. It was 25 years ago today that Supergrass released their debut album, I Should Coco, and we heard the song All Right from that. And reportedly, after seeing that video, the band was contacted by one Steven Spielberg, who had the great idea that maybe they should make a series kind of like the Monkees. They declined. And the third song from today in the list was the 25th anniversary of the first drug arrest for Scott Weiland, singer for Stone Temple Pilots. He was trying to buy drugs in a hotel parking lot in Sacramento, California. He was later convicted and put on a year's worth of probation. And the song we heard was Pretty Penny, which Weiland said was his last attempt to prove to himself that he wasn't a drug addict. I don't know if he proved that to himself, but he couldn't prove it to anybody else. Yesterday, we only had one milestone to tell you about, and that is the Rush Song of the Week. It was 18 years ago yesterday that Rush released their 17th album, Vapor Trails, and we heard the song Freeze from that. And that was kind of their comeback album. They were on a bit of a hiatus while drummer Neil Peart was mourning the back-to-back losses of his wife and daughter, one from cancer, one from a car accident within less than a year of each other. Speaking of sad Rush history, there was another milestone for Rush this week. It was 12 years ago on Monday that their original drummer, John Rutsey, died of a diabetes-related heart attack at the age of 55. There were 2 milestones for Wednesday, and both of those were 35-year milestones. New Order, their third album, Low Life, and we heard the song The Perfect Kiss. And that video for that song was actually directed by Jonathan Demme, who directed The Silence of the Lambs. And Dire Straits from their 5th album, Brothers in Arms. We heard Money for Nothing, which is kind of a borderline. I wouldn't really call it alternative, but it's got Sting in it. So that makes it count. Apparently Sting, he liked to go to Montserrat to windsurf, and Dire Straits was recording in Montserrat, and they invited him up to the studio. They fed him dinner. They played him that song and said, hey, you want to add anything to it? And so he did. And the rest is MTV history. And there were 2 5-year milestones from Tuesday before that. 21 Pilots with their song Ride from Blurry Face. The release of that single was 5 years ago on Tuesday. And we started the set off with the band The Early November. And their song, I've lost my script, Better This Way, from their 4th album, Imbue. And Ace Enders, you might recognize that name as a solo artist. He is actually the lead singer of the band, The Early November. We're going to start off this next set with a birthday milestone for Nirvana on the only YouTube channel that matters.